Mama Put Restaurant, Agirls Chronicles, Episode 24. A girl opened her eyes slowly, her breath shaking. No, maybe I'm seeing things again, she whispered to herself. She squeezed her eyelids shut, reopened them. The scene did not disappear. She was still there. Back in the village. Inside that abandoned hut, the late widow's hut. The same place she once ran into, seeking shelter years ago. Her chest tightened. Jesus, what's going on? She cried. She staggered outside, panic taking over. She ran through the tall, cold grasses. Ran until her breath was hot and painful. Ran until her legs wobbled. But every time she pushed through the bushes, she found herself back inside the widow's hut. As if the land itself had folded into a circle, trapping her inside a loop. She screamed. She ran again. And again. But the hut remained waiting for her. Like the open mouth of a beast that had swallowed her whole. Finally, exhausted, hungry, trembling, she fell to the floor crying. She cried until her voice cracked. Until her tears dried on her cheeks. Then, out of pure weakness, she slept. Back in the city. The baby's cry pierced through the quiet night. The man, no longer a doctor, just the man who had taken a girl in, heard the baby crying from the living room. Why is she crying this much? He muttered, walking toward a girl's room. He knocked. No answer. He knocked again. Still nothing. 30 minutes passed. Knocking, calling, shaking the door. Fear crawled into his voice. Finally he broke the door open. The room was empty. A girl was gone. Only the baby lay crying helplessly on the bed. He hurried to the window. Nobody outside. She couldn't have escaped through the window. It was a 2-story building. She couldn't have passed through the door. It had been locked from the inside. Where could she have gone? He muttered, shaken. He carried the baby gently, bathed her, fed her, and rocked her to sleep. But even as he laid her down, his eyes were filled with terror. Something was wrong. Something he could not explain. Back in the village, night. A girl lay asleep on the dusty hot floor until a strange sound woke her. A deep, throat-cutting chant. A voice she had heard in her nightmares. The widow's voice. Fear jolted her up. The chanting came from behind the hut. The very place she had buried the widow's remains. A girl tiptoed there, her heart pounding like drums inside her chest. When she reached the shallow grave, she froze. There, in the faint ghost fire glow, stood the same spirit she had been seeing in the city. The widow. Her face hollow yet burning with ancient grief. And around her, unidentified spirits circled the grave, dancing in a slow, terrifying rhythm. At the center of the circle stood the pot. The same money pot a girl had dug up. Only now, it was full again. Filled with gold up to the brim. But I took from this pot, a girl whispered. There was only a little left when I buried it. Did it grow? How? The widow's spirit turned sharply toward her. It is time, the spirit said. Time for sacrifices to be made. A girl stepped back, shaking. What sacrifices? I did not sign up for any sacrifice. The widow's spirit pointed at her chest. From the moment you took from the pot of riches, you entered a covenant of blood. Every full moon, the pot must be refilled. With blood. A girl gasped. Blood. You must choose, the spirit continued, her voice echoing like wind inside a cave. 2 conditions to break the curse. 1. Sacrifice your first child, your daughter. Bury her alive on this shallow grave. A girl screamed, What? That child is my life. She's all I have. Or, the spirit continued. Return the gold you took. Exactly the same pieces. Without a single change. A girl dropped to her knees. I already sold them. I don't even know who bought it. How do I get it back? Please. Forgive me. I didn't know. But the spirits remained unmoved. When the widow spoke again, her voice grew deeper. We do not desire your tears. What we require is the blood of men, young or old. Amy. A life must be exchanged. A girl froze. Blood of men. Her mind shifted. And the first name that rose inside her was Soji. Soji, she whispered. He treated me badly, he nearly destroyed me. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to use him. Her eyes slowly lifted. A new courage formed inside her. You mean I can sacrifice anyone? She asked. Anyone at all, young or old? The widow spirit nodded slowly. Yes. A girl stood up, wiping her tears. Her shaking stopped. Her breathing steadied. Her fear turned into cold determination. Fine, a girl said quietly. I will do it. So long as everything goes well. The spirits stopped dancing. The wind stilled. The pot began to glow. And the widow smiled. So be it. To be continued.